this video, we are going to be going over the Math 8 Practice EOG problems 46 through 50. Okay, for question number 46, it says, the measure of the angles of the triangle are 50, 35, and 95. What is the measure of the largest exterior angle? Okay, well, one of the first things that I need to do is draw a picture. They're telling me the angles of a triangle, and there's three, which is good because the triangle has three angles. Here's my triangle. It doesn't matter where I put those angles in. 50, 35, 95. Okay? The question asks, what is the measure of the largest, what? Exterior. Okay, well, exterior means outside angle. So if these are my three inside angles, if I draw a line off each one, those are going to give me outside angles. Okay? So for example, this would be an exterior angle, this one, and this one. I know that a straight line has to add up to 180. So if I have part of it, I can figure out the rest. So 180 minus the interior angle of 50 gives me 130. That means that this exterior angle is 130. I can do the same thing over here. 180 minus 95, because that's the interior angle. And when I subtract it, I get 80. Oh, not quite. Hold on. 7, 5. I gotta borrow again. Gives me 0, 17, which is 85. Okay, so that means that this angle is 85 degrees. The last angle, I need to do the same thing. I have 180. I'm subtracting the interior angle, and that gives me 145. So this is my exterior angle. Again, the question says which one is the largest. Well, out of 130, 85, and 145, 145 is the largest. So my answer is C. Okay. The next question says, which scenario would most likely show a negative association between the variables? Okay, well, just a reminder, we're not graphing, it goes from left to right. So I want something that's going to go down from left to right. That's negative correlation. They've given me 4 options. So what I'm going to do is kind of sketch a picture for each one. So this is going to be for A, for B, C, and D. Okay? It's going to be perfect, just sketch. The first one says the height of the tree is my X, so height and the amount of time it takes to climb to the top of the tree is Y. Okay, so time to climb. Alright? My next one says the number of people in the mall, so number of people, that's on the x-axis, and the number of cars in the parking lot. Okay, that's my Y. C says the miles traveled in a car, so this is miles traveled, and Y is gasoline what? Used. That's my Y. D says the time spent reading a book, so time again, this is talking about reading, and this is the number of pages what? Left. Okay? Number of pages left. Okay? So now that I have this, I can kind of sketch a picture of each one. This one's a little, let's slide this over a little bit so you can see them all. Okay, so pages left. Alright. Well, the height of a tree, and now the taller the tree is, the more time it's going to take me to climb it. That is a what? Positive association. So A is out. B says the number of people in a mall, the number of cars in the parking lot. Well, typically the more people that are in the mall, there's going to be what? More cars. Not always, but usually, right? Some people are going to take the bus. Some people might carpool, but in general, more people in the mall, you're going to have a full parking lot, like on Black Friday. This is also positive. Now between C and D. The tricky part here is the wording. You have to read really carefully. The miles traveled in the car, X, okay, and the amount of gasoline used. Well, the more miles that you go, the more gasoline you're going to have used. If it said the amount of gasoline left, then that would be a negative thing, but it said used. So if I drive 50 miles, I'm going to use whatever, maybe 3 gallons of gas. If I drive 70 miles, maybe I'm going to use 8 gallons of gas. Okay, that is a positive association. The C's out. Obviously that means the answer is D, but let's look at it. How much time and pages what? Left. So when I start out reading a book that's 300 pages, after I read for 1 hour, I might be down to here. After I read for 2 hours, maybe I'm here. After 3 hours, maybe I'm here, etc. The more time I read, the less pages I'm going to have to read. That's going to be a negative association. That's why it's D. And again, it was really tricky. You had to read the words carefully. Okay, for 48, James is fitting the linear equation y equals 1/2 x to a data set. Which scatter plot shows the data set that is the linear equation would fit best? Okay, well first off, let's take a look at this equation. We've got y equals 1/2 x. What's my y-intercept? 0. So that means it needs to start at 0, and this is my slope. Okay, this is my y-intercept. Well, if my slope is 0, that represents rise over runs. That means I went up 1 and over 2. So I need to start at 0, and I need to go up 1 over 2. Well, this one doesn't start at 0, and it's also doing what? It's going down, it's negative. This number is positive, so C is out. Now, the rest of them, for the most part, do appear look like they're starting at 0, so that's okay. Now I need to find a slope where I'm going up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, okay? This is definitely not it. This is almost like a straight line, okay? It's like a slope of 2. That's way too steep. If I make a line for this one, and I make a line for this one, hopefully you can see that these my match. This graph has a slope of up 1 over 1, okay? This is the slope of 1. This is the slope of 2, because you're going up 2 and over 1. And this one has a slope of up 1 and over 2, so 1/2, which is why I want 8. One more note on this one. When you have a paper and pencil test for your EOG, you should be writing all of this right on the graph, okay? That's why you have that paper booklet, so you can draw your line of best fit. Please do that. For 49, it says students who surveyed about book bags, the results are shown below. Slide that over. Make it a little smaller. Okay. A student concluded that those in the survey, females, are more likely to carry book bags than males. Which explanation best supports the student's conclusion? Okay. So what I'm focusing on is it's saying that they want to prove that females are more likely to carry a book bag than males. Okay? Well, this is a frequency table, and I'm going to turn it into a relative frequency table because I already see that they're using what? Percent. So I'm just going to go ahead and make my total columns. And again, since your test on your EOG is paper pencil, you don't have to recopy the table. You can write right on it. So this is going to be 110. The total in this column is 105. The total in this column is 104. Total in this column is 111. And the grand total is 115. Okay, because of the way it says best, I'm going to see if I can prove if each answer choice is correct. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to write them all out. So I've got A right here, mark B, C, and D. Okay. I'm going to start from the back. It says that which explanation best supports the student's conclusion? Well, D says for females, 48 don't carry. Is that true? Females don't carry 48. Yep. So what I'm going to write is females not carry is 48. That is correct. The next thing that they say is that males 63 do not. So males don't carry 63. That's true. So I'm going to put males not carry 63. That's true. Okay? I'm going to keep going. C says for females 57 carry a book bag. So 57 carry a book bag. Let's see. Yep, that's true. Okay, and then males 47 carry a book bag. Males. Yep, that's true. So these are, so far, B and C are both accurate. Okay? That doesn't mean they're the best answer, but they are accurate. B says for females 27% carry a book bag. That means out of all the females, 27% are carrying book bags. That means my total count needs to be total females, okay? And however many carry a book bag. So carry a book bag is 57. Females are carried. How many total females do I have? 105. Well, if I take 57 and I divide it by 105, I do not get, it is not equal to 27%. Okay? So B is out because that's not true. I'm not even going to check the second part because I know the first part's not true. Okay, for A it says 54% carry a book bag. Well, that's the same thing I wrote for B. So 57 out of 105 does give me 4%. Let's check the other part. 43% of males carry a book bag. So out of my total males, which is 110, 47 males that carry. Okay, 47 carry. And I check that percent. It is almost 43%. So A, C, and D, all of the answer choices are accurate. The question says what? Which one best supports? Which one best supports that females are more likely to carry a book bag than males? These two are basically saying the same thing. This is just giving me a total number of people that carried it and didn't carry it for girls and boys. Total number of carried it. This is not really persuasive, okay? When you want to give reports and you'll notice on TV, what do they usually do? Percent. Does that mean percents are always the answer? No. But if you were trying to convince people that females were more likely to carry a book bag than males, would you say, well, 57 of them carried a book bag compared to 47 males? No. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't be very convincing. Whether if you say a percent, 54% more likely, or 54% of females carry a book bag compared to 43%, that is a better support of that statement. So the answer is A. All right, last one. Okay, it says, which equation best fits the data shown in the scatter plot below? Well, hopefully, there's a couple of options. If you want to use your calculator and make a table, you can. I'm going to do that for you on this side. And this is not the only way you could have done it. This is just one. So given the points that they gave me, I made an estimation. So I said this was at 1, this one was at 0, this is at 1.5. Now, this one is in between 3.5 and 4, so I put 3.75. And the last one is at 5. Now, I can use my calculator to go calculate the line of best fit, and I'll be done. But let's say you didn't want to use your calculator or you forgot the calculator step. If I make a rough line of best fit, that was clearly rough, okay? I can go ahead and tell you that it's not going to cross the y-intercept at -0.5. So when this says a y-intercept at -0.5, that's not going to work. The other thing is it says it crosses at -1. That's too high. So this is not going to work for me. Now it's between, is it going to cross at -2 or -3? Well, hopefully you can already see that this is out. It's too far away. It's probably going to be 2. But just in case you didn't trust me, if you use these points and use your y equals to calculate a line, it would give you 787x minus 2. Well, this is really close to what? 3/4, which is C. That's it.